am Mrs. Rilinsky, and I will be your child's teacher this year. This is certainly a different way for us to do back to school night, but I know we can make it work. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a graduate of Penn State University. I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I have lived in the area for 22 years. My husband's job in athletics brought us here, and we have loved the area ever since. I have 4 children. I have a daughter that is a graduate of Indiana University in nursing. I have a daughter that is a St. Mary's graduate, and she is now pursuing her education to become a teacher. I have a son that is a senior at IU University, and I have a son that is a freshman at Dayton University. All of my kids are graduates of Christ the King and St. Joe High School, and we have been parishioners since we moved here. Mrs. Dosh, she has 4 daughters, and they also have been parishioners. Her 4 daughters also went all the way through Christ the King and through St. Joe High School. So we are happy that your children are here. Let me talk a little bit about our weekly fun activities. The kids always ask me, will we get to do every one of the activities? And I promise them, yes, you will get to do every single one of these activities. It will just be on a rotating basis. The first activity I wanted to talk about is our bucket of dinosaurs. I don't know if you've ever read the book Harry and the Bucket of Dinosaurs, but that will also be coming home in the bucket with the dinosaurs. There are 4 dinosaurs that will be spending the weekend at your house. We ask you to journal a little bit about the weekend and the activities. You can have your child add pictures, they can draw pictures, you can take pictures, whatever makes it special for your child. And then on Monday, your child will present the journal and what he or she did with the bucket of dinosaurs over the weekend. The next thing I wanted to talk about was our estimation jar. Excuse me. Our estimation jar comes home on Friday also, and it is a wonderful way for your child to present and for our classmates to be able to make a prediction. You will put something in the estimation jar that your child loves, and I told the kids that it could be cars, which after I presented this to the children, everybody asked me if they could bring these cars home, but these cars will stay here at school, but you will be able to have your child fill it up with anything. They could put cars in, they could put blocks in, they could put little Polly Pockets we've had put in here before, little animals, they could put jelly beans in, whatever they want to put in the estimation jar. But it's from 1 to 20 items, from 1 to 20 items, and they have to be able to count them. They have to be able to count them. So please make sure that you're maybe even practicing with them before. But what happens is they will bring that back on Monday. Every child in the class will have an opportunity to make an estimate on how many items are in the jar, and then your child will count them out. It is a fun activity. The kids always love to do this one too. The next activity that goes home on a Friday is our me bag. You see probably 2 me bags up here. Along with our alphabet, each week we present a new letter, and we have a puppet that goes along with the letter. This is the me bag that our puppet brings. And our puppet will bring items, just items, that start with that letter in the me bag. And that is usually presented to the class on Tuesday or Wednesday of the week. So that is our puppet's me bag, but this is the larger me bag that your child will be able to fill. This is really our way of show and tell. So make sure your child is putting in some of their favorite things, but it does have to fit in this bag and this bag only. Again, the kids asked me if they could take the stuffed animal home with them, but I told them they had to bring their own favorite things, that they could not take Mrs. Rilinsky's favorite things and bring them in as their own. The last thing I wanted to show you was our secret letter detective. And our secret letter detective also goes along with the letter of the week. Our first letter will be an N, and so I will be sending this home with one of our students this week. This letter will come in the bag, in the little red bag. You can either use this bag or another bag to bring your item back, and that item has to start with the letter of the week or whatever letter we have in our secret letter detective bag. So if we have the letter N, they need to bring something that starts with that letter, and especially we're trying to work on identifying the sound that goes along with the letter. So if your item does not fit in the small secret letter detective bag, please put it in a brown lunch bag or even a grocery bag. But the whole point is that it's a secret and your child would have to give clues so that the classmates could guess. So please take the opportunity to practice the 3 clues with your child before they come in to present that. This usually goes home on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and then it is returned the following day so that your child can present. Again, something that kids love to do. The next thing I wanted to talk about was special days, and usually they are dress-up days. One of our favorite dress-up days, I know it's a favorite for the kids, but it really is a favorite for the staff, and I think it's kind of even a favorite for the whole school to see the kids all dressed up, is our community helper. We have a community helping theme in our curriculum, and so the kids can dress up. We've had kids dress up as doctors, as firemen, as construction workers, as chefs. So it is a wonderful opportunity for your child to decide what they want to be when they grow up and dress up like it on this day. And so it is a very, very fun day, and it's a wonderful photo opportunity for us. And so we will make sure we share any photos. The second day I wanted to talk about was Pajama Day, and that is usually in December. We usually watch a holiday video. Sometimes we have a little bit of popcorn, but this is always a fun day for the students and for the staff because so many of the staff also dress up for the Pajama Day. The other days I wanted to talk about, especially during Catholic Schools Week, are our theme days. A lot of them are color days, you know, everybody wear the color red or everybody wear the color green, but some days are dress up like your favorite athlete or dress up like a certain era, the 80s or the 90s. And so those days specifically happen a lot during Catholic Schools Week, but a lot of times we do different things throughout the year too, so just keep watching for letters that'll come home in that communication folder. I wanted to talk quickly about specials. I did send home in our handout that we participate in all of these specials that are provided at Christ the King. On Mondays, we have library in the afternoon. On Tuesdays, we have music and Spanish. On Wednesdays, we have catechesis and computers. On Thursdays, we have PE, and on Fridays, we have art. Specifically, I did want to talk to you about our Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we have catechesis of the Good Shepherd, and catechesis of the Good Shepherd and PE are the only 2 specials that we leave the classroom for. The catechesis of the Good Shepherd will start in October, and the way catechesis of the Good Shepherd is run is we split the class in 2 so that it is definitely a small group activity, both for catechesis of the Good Shepherd and then the remaining students that are here for half of the catechesis of the Good Shepherd time. We'll do small group activities with Mrs. Dosh and myself, and then we switch the kids so that everybody has an opportunity to participate in catechesis of the Good Shepherd and in our small group activities in our classroom. All the other specials that we have are conducted in our classroom. So our special teachers have been absolutely phenomenal in being prepared with all of their supplies and everything they need to come into the classroom. So kudos and thank yous, everything to our special teachers for helping us out there. The next thing I want to talk about is our yellow communication folders. Our yellow communication folders come home with the student every single night. They come home with assignments that they have completed, crafts, notes from me, but in return, we ask those to come back every single day. It is a wonderful way for you to send in communication to me, to send in communication that needs to go down to the office. So please, that will come home every day, please return those back to school every day. It just makes our life at Christ the King much easier, much easier. And then I did want to give you a quick tour of the room and talk about really what happens when your child comes to school and what they need to do, especially with everything that's going on with COVID. So I did want to take you around the room so that you can see really what's going on when your child arrives at school. Okay. So when your child is coming into the classroom, they are coming in and they are getting sanitizer. And then after they get sanitizer, they are signing in on our attendance board. I don't want to make anybody nauseated with my carrying my camera around, so I hope I do okay here. After they do attendance, then they will come to their desk and they will unpack their backpacks. They will get their yellow folders out. They will take their yellow folder over and they will go into the basket over here. And then they take their waters out, put those on the top of their desk. They get their name tag. They put their name tag on and then they start their morning work. Generally, their morning work is either brain bins that have small manipulatives in them, or a worksheet that we were working on for the week, or sometimes we're just even working on in our binders that everybody provided from the supply list with our dry erase markers. After they are completed with their morning work, we do have our morning meeting, which we conduct on the rug. Here you will see our weekly focus wall, and this really will begin next week when we start with the letter N, and then we focus on the letter, the number, the shape, the color, and then we have guided reading that we will do each week, and then we have sight words that will be part of that. Let's take an opportunity to show you where your children will be playing. Because of COVID, you will notice that we are all in pods, and that's how the term we are using at Christ the King, so that we can properly contact trace if we would need to, and things like that. And so each pod plays in a specific area, and then we rotate each day. So they will play in that area for that day, and then we cleanse everything, sanitize, and then the next day it rotates to the next group. This is our first pod over here. It is the cash register, the blocks, some of our small toys over here, and then we have a dollhouse that the children also can play with. And then I'll take you over. You can see our second pod over here is the kitchen. The kitchen and the trucks. Definitely one of our favorite areas to play in. And at this time, I do want to tell you that every classroom has a saint. Our saint is Mother Teresa of Calcutta. So this is a very special place for us. And then the last place I'm going to show you is our final little pod area, which is a lot of our manipulatives. So this has some of our small manipulatives and blocks and snap cubes and things like that, links. But it also has some of the very popular cars and trucks, and our action figures, and last, our magnetic tiles. And so, like I said, this is our final pod area. And finally, I just wanted to, and I'm going to try to move slowly so I don't make anybody dizzy. But finally, I wanted to thank you for choosing Christ the King. We are very, very blessed to have your child in our classroom. And thank you so much for entrusting us. Have a great day.